How do you earn money besides your typical day job? As per title, how do you earn money besides your typical day job? Talking about like any side hustles, passive income, stocks, or some other lesser-known ways? When I lived in a bigger city, I used to flip stuff. I had a good knowledge of how small electronics, instruments, cars and motorcycles, and various other items worked. I would buy stuff that didn't work or didn't work well and refurbish them and then sell them for a profit. My wife and I sell our art if we ever get the opportunity. We make calligraphy drawings and posters as well as tie-dye just about anything we can. Having a hobby that produces things that you can sell helps a lot. I do product demonstrations for health and wellness vendor. I've shilled protein bars, vitamin gummies, kombucha, and low-carb/high protein snacks and breakfast foods in Whole Foods and small and natural food stores. Pays $27 to $32 an hour depending on the client, and there's no real sales goal per SE. It's pretty cool just talking to people and giving out coupons for them to try the product. With that said, I wasn't really comfortable demoing some of the supplements. While they're far from being a sham, their efficacy is marginal at best. DraftKings. I'm not making big dollars, but I win more than I lose. I don't spend more than I can afford. I'm pretty disciplined. The difference is truly just a few dollars overall, but there have been times when I want to go off for a weekend and I win enough to make it happen. Our passive income just pays for itself, so it's not net profit income, if you will. We own a few properties that we rent out. They're all homes we lived in and refused to sell. After the mortgages are paid off in our 50s, it will be passive income in our retirement plan. I have dabbled in day trading and print on demand, but recently started on writing on Medium. A month in and already making more than a year of print on demand. Not as much as day trading, but it's risk-free, which is a big plus. I work with a motorcycle rider training school in the summers, teaching brand new riders as part of the licensing process here. The pay is strictly average, but I do it more for the enjoyment and satisfaction of putting safer riders on the road. Plus, I get to write off a large chunk all my motorcycle-related expenses. I roll fenders for people. I do it so little I don't even consider it a side hustle. After working all day, I don't like spending my free time working, so I really only do it for people I know at this point and may make a couple hundred in a year. If I really wanted to, I could make way more and do it every weekend, but I'd rather be enjoying my time off. Just basic investing on top of retirement right now. My day job is building side hustle startups in the tech space, marketing them, scaling up, then sitting on them or just selling. I have equity plus revenue sharing in a few different companies that also provides passive income. I have a job where I can work a decent amount of overtime if I could. Why do something else? Master one trade, not two or three. I do put money in my Roth and 401k accounts, but that's for a decade or more when I retire. Wife rents out her condo that she owned before we got married. I'm the car guy in my neighborhood and sometimes fix cars for the neighbors or family. Home and car repairs are all DIY. My wife sells the kids' trendy clothes back to second-hand places like Plato's Closet. I sell unused stuff on eBay and Marketplace. I get free stuff from work that they are discarding, then repair and resell. I have an LLC that I use for freelance work. Stock/option/currency trading and investing. None of these make a lot of money, but a little here and there adds up. I don't make extra money, but I dare say I've saved a lot of money, which I have shoveled into investments over the decades by not having children. Also, I live in a country with decent social safety nets such as universal healthcare. On the occasions where I've gotten sick enough to need medical services, it did not bankrupt me. I'm a government contract analyst during the week and a professional drummer on the weekends, which brings in an extra $2,400 a month. I have absolutely no life anymore. But additionally, I have played around with options a bit, selling covered calls on a stock I own that had lost value. Made a couple bucks, but mostly about learning. Another one is market research studies. Google your city, market research. Get on their email list and you'll get questionnaires to see if you qualify. It's not consistent, mostly for fun. For example, I just got paid $150 to spend 30 minutes tasting different ham and cheese sandwiches and giving my opinion. Some investing in index funds, IWDA, and dividend kings. It doesn't appear like a lot in the beginning, but after a few years of compounding, it grows quickly. A bit of crypto, which I see as a very high-risk form of speculation. I'm sure it will go bust eventually, so I regularly move money out and into safer places. Mainly choose the ones with good staking rewards, and sell the accumulated rewards during a peak. Currently looking at real estate to rent out. I have one unit already, but going to sell that and replace it. No real side hustles. At this stage in my career, I spend most of my time and energy on my day job. That said, I dabble in the odd day trade, although admittedly taking wins and losses into account, I'm probably roughly cost neutral. We do put a lot of money into a managed investment account, which is steadily growing, so I suppose you could call that a side income, although it's not tangible money, just wealth set aside for earlier retirement. Investing in side jobs. I recently had a friend tell me that he doesn't have time to do side work. Honestly, he does. There's a lot of time that people waste on Reddit, social media, and watching TV. You don't have to work 24/7 or deprive yourself of weekend leisure, just to make sure income. I bought a 30-year-old POS paper supply company that has done zero advertising and zero branding. In 16 months, added some clients, expanded into some niche products, and doubled the margins. We're also starting to advertise now that we're getting our branding worked out. Not that it's a great or easy side hustle, but I make music. It's always been my passion since I was a kid. Learned to produce, mix, and master my own stuff over the past few years, hit the social media circuit, and started working on building an audience. Happy with my progress so far. It's only a few hundred extra bucks per month at this point, but that audience is growing slowly over time. Would do it for free anyways, and did for the first 20 years I played in bands and other projects lol. I used to teach English part-time earlier in my career. Made a relatively decent buck. I also did some freelance translation and proofreading work, which was not regular but paid well on an ad hoc basis. Both these types of job have been massively impacted by tech, so I don't know if I'd have been able to do them now, certainly not in the same way. Right now I focus on extracting maximum value from my cushy corporate job, setting myself up for a sustainable career and building wealth by buying stocks and bonds. Not much time for anything on the side. But anyways, if I want more money, I just work more. There's nothing I could do that would even come close to what I'd get in overtime. I'm a soccer referee on the side. There's a ton of need for referees, and they can do pretty good financially. It's extremely to get into reffing. Literally anyone can get in because there is such a demand across all levels. I can pretty easily make an extra 10K per year reffing without doing anything too crazy. A game or two per week in the spring, and probably slightly more than that in the fall when high school/college is in season. Some people will ref every day in the fall and make quite a bit more than that figure. My life has gotten busier and I have a comfortable day job, so I now do quite a bit less games but still make a few grand each year, while also staying in shape. Even if you don't try to push yourself and only ref for your local town's teams, one can still probably make close to 5K their first year. Thanks for watching and being on the road to Reddit Millionaire with us. So, how do you earn money besides your day job? Let us know. Until next one.